Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
The rushing numbers for Pollard last week.
13 carries, 64 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
Now a dump off here complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And he'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I don't have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Here's Pollard again. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Now Fields.
Forced out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Justin Fields.
His 19th touchdown now of the season.
And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year of the NFL now. They'll come out throwing here on first down.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense for the Cowboys, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, they'll throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The Raiders now at 2-5 to start play. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. Because sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Back to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Fields. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Fields on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw is Fields. This is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Cowboys have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd and 4. He gets this to Devontae Adams.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Gang time in it. Gang time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Gang time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog.
It's week 8 of the National Football League. We'll see the dynamic Justin Fields. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Cowboys and the Raiders, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
Now Fields going to throw on the first play. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Fields. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Fields. Open man here is Gentry. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week, 13 carries, 64 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
First grab for Thomas. It's good for a first down as well.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving. Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They juked him and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone is in a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys! Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And first and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball. The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Second down and goal. Fields. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The Raiders now at 2-5 to start play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll look to throw again. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Raiders pick it up. That's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. And And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
And now here come the Cowboys. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Here's Fields.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And he will have a Cowboys first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient at picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now it's Fields.
Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on 3rd down.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
He's got his man on the crossing route.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Fields throwing again.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Now Fields.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 3 yards there on the play as that'll lead to a 2nd and goal.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. A nice.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Tony Pollard, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year,
as his guys are able to extend their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
First play of the drive there is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and it seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was one play there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.